I didn't really want to call the cops. I really didn't want to call the cops. I really wanted to leave that place peacefully, because I just did not want to keep poking that bear. I had to be careful when it comes to staying with other people. It's just, you just have to be very careful, and you have to pick and choose your battle. There was time, don't get me wrong, I still think good of these people. I think that they are geniuses. They taught me how to play chess there, and I really took offense to them when he said that he was slow or he can't do this. And you literally beat me at chess. I had to watch YouTube videos how to beat somebody at chess. These people they're fantastic at it. Their problem is the father. Like I told somebody, I said, I don't know what their father looks like. I don't know what he sounds like, but I definitely know how he acts, because all four of them, in their own way portrays him. I can see him in them. Especially when they get upset. I really try to I really try to just have peace with them. I really tried with the guy that turned his back on me. I tried to give him grace. It's like a family, like with my family member. I really tried with them, and you can only take so much. I was sleeping with one of the sisters who had to go to work. I think it was a holiday. It was during a holiday. It was on the 30th. Yeah, the 30th was during a holiday. She had to go to work. Her dogs just had puppies, because the day before I helped deliver the puppies. And unfortunately, like 3 out of 8 of them survived. It was so sad. But during that time, they had one in the house, and they were nurturing it. Before one of the sisters went to work, she asked me to take care of it, and so she gave me permission to go in the house. That turned on me. The living room, the living room was his bedroom. So he was there, and I was at the dining table. He woke up, and when he saw me, he became angry. I've never seen him so angry, to the point where he was charging after me, and I went to the kitchen, just to get out of his way, and he was all up in my face doing this, like, didn't I tell you not to be in here? It's like, didn't I tell you not to be in here? And I just like, Lord, I was like, Lord, please. And then all of a sudden, the oldest sister, she came out the room, and she went off on him. She said, leave her alone. Leave her alone. And he charged at her, where she threw something, and then he pushed her, and then she grabbed a knife. And I was like, no, I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want nothing to happen. I didn't want her to go to jail for stabbing her brother. And I just said, I'll just leave. Because the reason why I was inside is because I was taking care of the puppy. And that's all that I was doing. The sister gave me permission. And so I went outside, and I went to the side of the house to tie my dog up. And I heard and as I was tying him up, I heard a big boom, kaboom. During that time, I was like, I didn't know they were still fighting, and I heard a big boom. I thought it was a gunshot, and so I looked through the window, not like close up, but you can look inside the house from the window, and I saw something long and black. I thought that was a gun, because as y'all can see in the previous videos, he likes to carry guns, try to make me scared. So I assumed that's what he was doing to his sister. He was grabbing a gun just to scare her. Like, I ran. When I say I ran to my neighbor's house. He's a cool dude. Like, I call him a hero. Like I told him, he will forever be a hero. No matter what, he will forever be a hero to me, because, and I thank God that he was not working. I thank God that he was not working. And so he answered, and he was like, yo, what's going on? Because I think he was asleep. And I asked him, I was like, bro, can you please call 911? Because I think he shot the girl. I thought he shot his sister. And again, when I heard the big bang, I thought he shot her. Because, like I said, because sometimes people can have a gun try to scare you, and it can go off. And I thought he shot her at the time, because he likes to scare me, and that's why I couldn't stand being around him sometimes, because they'll have a gun and they'll have it pointed at you, and it'll be freaking loaded, and I'd be like, y'all can't be doing that. And like, they didn't care. Yeah, so he called the cops. Well, he called the cops for me, and it was 2 cops that came. And like I said, I'm not from, but I live in a small town, and in the small town, we don't have a police department because of corruption. Unfortunately, officers lost their job. Athens, Texas, the sheriff department, if we need help, the police officers from Athens will come, or the sheriff department or something like that. And so these 2 officers right here, this guy and this guy, when I say they were awesome, they were so kind to me. What happened was, big boom, it wasn't a gunshot. It was, she put, like, they pushed the drawer or something, some big chest or whatever, she pushed it because they were still arguing. And the long, slender thing, it wasn't a gun, black thing, it wasn't a gun, it was a cell phone. Like I said, that was my mistake, but he was violent, and he was really, really violent, and just like it was bad. But he was going off on the cops, and I told him what happened, and I thought it was a gun. I really thought it was a gun. And I told him that he put his hands on me, and he put his hands on his sister, and he didn't go to jail because of me. He went to jail because they ended up arresting him and taking him to jail. He ended up getting charged with family something, domestic violence, with something like that. I don't know. I don't know. After that, because this guy gave me a piece of paper, and I wanted to press charges on him because I got sick and tired of him putting his hands on me, and I thought that I was successful in that, pressing charges, but they ended up charging him with family battery or something like that because he put his hands on his sister. But the guy, he came back. They took him to jail, and then he came back, this guy, and he was like, what happened? Why is he like this? And I said, because of his freaking girlfriend. The reason why he started changing was his girlfriend. She didn't like seeing me here. I don't know why. I never had a conversation with the chick, and she, for some reason, don't like seeing me here, and I'm not doing anything to him. Then she manipulated him and telling him that I was taking advantage of him. No. So, and like I said, and I just wanted to say this. I told both officers about my situation, how I'm just staying here, and I'm just here to get back on my feet. And I haven't done anything wrong to him. All I tried to do is be respectful to him, and all this stuff. And I told him that only time I'm in the house is if I'm taking a shower or if I have to take go to the bathroom, or I'm fixing something to eat. That's it. or I try to help out with chores because they do treat their sister, the one with the glasses. All of them do treat her like Cinderella. And so, and they thought that they were going to take advantage of me. And like I said, they were so sweet. They were like concerned because I was sleeping in my car at that time. It was freaking cold. But I mean, like I said, there was a house that I was trying to save up for, the down payment. And because they were like, "Ma'am, it's cold outside." Well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm faking it till I make it. I just want the house so bad. That's how desperate I was. I just wanted the house. I want something that I can call my own. I don't want nobody to take it away from me. And I know it's kind of silly for people. Like, why don't you just get something rented? You know, they can take it away. I don't want to be in that situation anymore. I would prefer a cash car than a car note, because what if disaster happens? At least you have that car that you pay cash for. But you know what happens, because I don't believe in job security. And so what happens when you lose your job, and what happens when you apply to so many jobs and they don't answer? And I know people are going to be like, just take any job. They can, again, like I said, you can do that, but what if they don't give you the hours that you need? And so, like, I just don't believe in job security, and that's just my opinion. No.